get a sentiment video you just did with the gaps for first chipping, and I want to try to get one here too. But it's hard to get both of them in. And I was like, nope, not this thing, but I think that pickaxe may help him with his chipping.
For sure, absolutely. Either, you could use pickaxe, a long handled sledgehammer. Everything works just as well.
So we can get the freedom from this way. Yes? Good. All right. So we have a nice, balanced, stable lower body. Relax, arms hanging from the shoulders, body, upper body. We're going to tie those together with our hips. Okay? In the same position, arms up to the side. Keep your hips facing the wall. I want you both to try to touch your left hand.
So any questions regarding what we've done so far?
Crash into your rib cage. Yes?
So you're clear on your routine.
And notice how easy
You have a target. You have an intermediate point to get you to the target. You have a release, a very specific feel. So what feel what's the analogy that hits home best for you as far as feel?
Actually, I have a couple. One was, I guess, from last year. It's kind of the karate punch.
Yeah,
And
snatch.
and then from last week, the tablecloth thing with, with the flag, that actually felt very good.
With the ribbon?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're delivering the ribbon to the target? Okay, good.
That feels good. But as well, when I look at myself, it's always when I'm at the ball. That's where I see I'm still going a little over the top.
Well,
Practice swing is.
Well, hang on a second. So why do you think you're over the top?
Because I see my head going forward.
Why would the head move forward?
Going at the ball.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because if you release the ribbon over there, you can't see. As soon as your head moves forward, how are you supposed to go to the target with your ribbon? You can't do it anymore. So that's when the ribbon would come across. But if you focus on delivering the ribbon in the direction of your target, your head won't move forward. So you see how important the focus is, and how going back to your focus of origin and staying with your picture keeps the horse in front of the cart, right? So, what we need now is, what is the telltale sign that tells your brain, yeah, I stayed with it? How would you identify that you stayed with the shot?
It's the follow through, I feel, because it's really easy and
Right. Okay. So let's look at, let's say, your finish position. So I know I've stayed with it when I feel that snap and the tug on my shoulders in the direction of the target while I'm focused on the target. So I feel the release, and the release happened when my mind was out there toward the target. So I'm looking down at this, stand right here, and let's say I'm going to release over that intermediate point towards red. So I see the red flag, and I'm feeling, yes, when I felt that release, I was on that red flag. I'm going to red flag, still going to red flag. Just released to red flag, confirm. Right? So being able to confirm on that, there's no way your head's going to go forward. So if you go, I forgot, and then, whoop, you find yourself going after the ball, that's when you know you've blacked out, you've abandoned your post. So now let's examine what's pulling you out of there. What are you worried about? What's your concern? What do you feel is out of position that would prevent you from staying with it? So if I say, okay, I'm going to open my face like crazy, right? Like this. And I say, okay, I'm going to red. Well, shoot, to go to red, I'm going to have to do that to square that up to go to red. So I know there's no way I can release to red with this club face. And if I close it too much, it feels like I have to hang on for dear life. I can't release to red either. Right? I can't go to red. I can't go to red. I can't go to red. Can't go to red. Yeah, right there, it feels like I can release to red and the ball will go to red. So it's one of four things: distance to ball, ball position, grip, club face relationship, face too open, face too closed, or levels are off, right? So there's your big four predictions that allow you to go there. So you feel like right now, I feel like if I go to red, everything's in order. So we're going to red. You release to red. Yes, I released to red. Wow, look at that. It went to red. Okay? So while you were looking down at the ball, were you already releasing in the direction that you wanted the ball to go?
That one I was thinking, am I sitting up right?
Exactly. So, and if you're not able to answer that question, notice how it cancels the trip. There's no way to go. You have to release there. Notice how you stuck that in the ground, and you think, oh, something was wrong. Well, no, you just didn't confirm, and you didn't make your prediction. Without that prediction, you can't go. So let's find a way to confirm the breadcrumb trail. Go ahead and set up. Do a practice swing above the ball. So if you let it release towards red, okay, you will miss the ball, correct? Go ahead. So you made that prediction, and the prediction came true. So lower yourself to the middle of the ball. If you make the same release you're topping, go to the grass. If you make the same release, are you cutting grass? Make the same release. So way better contact, right? So did you feel that you stayed with that release in your mind?
Yeah.
Excellent. So notice it went a little to the right. So close the face a bit more. Yeah. Ask the question. If you feel a nice release over that intermediate point towards red, does it feel like the ball can go in that direction?
Yeah.
Feel that same release. See what happens. There we go. So that's definitely not over the top.
Yeah. A little better.
You feel like you stayed more in that direction.
Yeah.
Right.
Just maybe a little thin, but it felt better.
Right. So let's go ahead and set up again. You know you can't repeat that exact same swing you just did, right?
Yeah.
But it was close enough that, hey, if you release to red, does it feel like your distance to the ball is okay?
Yeah.
If you release to red, does it feel like you can cut grass?
Yeah.
If you release to red, does it feel like the ball can start in that direction?
Yeah.
Let it release to red. See what I mean? That was a good miss. So we eliminate the doubt by plugging in, hey, I'm going to release that way come hell or high water. Can that be part of that? What do I need to do to make that part of that so I can release there? Because releasing there is never going to be good. Okay? It's just not an option. For me, releasing there is not an option. It's got to be there. Okay? Good. So you have red in your mind? If you're released to red, everything's in order?
Yeah.
Feel a nice release to red? All right. Go to the top of your backswing and stop. Okay. If you release to red, it's in order?
Yeah.
Come on out of super slow motion. Well, are you releasing to red or at the ball? So, let's say if we were to do it another way, you remember sending the wood shavings to your target? So send grass shavings to red. If you send grass shavings to red, the ball's going with them?
Yeah.
All right. Feel that nice release of grass shavings to red. So what I want you to feel now is, if you release to red, the ball's going to go way left of red. How closed do you feel you need to have the club face for that to happen? Let's see. So if you release to red, it feels like the ball's going to go way left? Okay. Release to red and see if it does. Let's see it again. So feel like the ball's going to go way left of red if you release to red. Do one above the ball again. You know where you need to feel the peak speed, right?
There's too much effort, I think.
Yeah. So feel peak speed way past the ball towards red. Good. Lower the club to the grass. Feel the same peak speed way out there towards red. Awesome. It went to red. So that club, the grip-club relationship just wasn't open enough, or sorry, it wasn't closed enough before. It was too open dynamically, right? So that's how closed the face should be. So when you're able to confirm that you've released out there, and then you examine ball flight, then you can really tell what the real time is. You know, but if you're releasing at the ball, or you don't know if you're releasing to the target, then those fine tuning adjustments you'll never know. Then you're kind of a crapshoot, right? See that way? Good. So it's got to feel that when you release to red, you're going to end up way left of red, which you haven't done yet. All right. So let's keep closing the face until that actually happens.
All I want you to do here is gently with that finger pull up. That's big turn. No, that's it. No. Hold on. Once you get a sense of flow, that's and you'll notice how
Still going red.
shifted within your feet, but it never went to the outside of the nice and
45 degrees.
So the minute
Pardon?
45 degrees.
That's what you think it is.
No, close in my face.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if that goes left. Correct. Now we know that's too close, because that was definitely through the ball. You notice the peak speed was not at the bottom, nice and through. So back off of that one just a bit. You. Beauty. How's that? Excellent. So that if your club face is any more open than what you just did, you'll have to be over the top. You got no choice. So the club's coming in too open, and now you have to come over the top just to try and square it out. Otherwise, if it's too close, it's much better, because now you got to lag way more deeply to not go left. Okay?
Is that
It
just,
has the opposite effect.
yeah, is that just the brain seeing that it's closed? Because from when I see you, you're not quite as close. It just depends on the
Everybody's
person.
different, yeah. Everybody's different. Depends on, how much release you're able to perform. Because your release is not as groomed as mine,
Right.
right? So my release is a little bit more efficient than yours at the moment, right? So as you continue to evolve and you go, yes, I felt a beautiful release there, and wow, the ball's kind of curving a bit too much. And you do that 2-3 times in a row, and you go, okay, I need to back off the club face now. My release is becoming more efficient, okay? So allow that to evolve. But at the moment, we definitely need that club face to be more closed. Otherwise, you keep reinforcing it over the top swing. Awesome. That's a lot more through than that. Fantastic. Try something a little longer. Beauty. Little 5-iron. Now we're going to go at blue instead of red.
Is my club back here, or is it, I'm finishing like this? Okay, and we'll go back to the two on the ball. Yes. If when I go through.
So that feels as closed?
My arm here.
Good.
Chances are I wouldn't be able to.
Let it release the blue. See what happens.
Target without using my body. So if I just, I'm going to the red square, and I just let this go where it goes. Aren't I more likely to complete the task? Yeah. The minute I'm trying to control or stop it at a certain point, problem with that is I'm starting to slow it down from here.
There we go. Good head position there.
Traveling fast. So no thought to where that's going.
Excellent.
Let it go. Anytime I put the brakes on the swing, I get cautious or careful. What's at the bottom of it? Falling in the marshmallow. I don't care what it is. I'm just making the whole swing. Complete the swing, let the club do its job, and all through that. Now, after this one,
Didn't quite have enough backswing to be able to release it effortlessly out there, right?
I feel like the eye turned.
Yeah. So you remember the feel of that heavy slash of that machete, right?
Yeah.
Good. So really gather the heft of that machete in the backswing.
But then I add extraneous motion to it. Put it somewhere. So
Big difference, huh? That was a finished backswing. Very good.
momentum without any manipulation. Okay, so if you take your address position to that red block, it'll face us. But not here. But we're gonna go through this. So from narrower stance, that's how I do it. So I sit on the red block, and I want you to go to the top of your backswing.
Sweet.
Okay. So
Very nice.
this arming of the opening out here is taking you off your circle, off your swing now. So now to get back down, you have to manipulate that club, and that's where you're losing the tension. Go back. So efficient sets, back to this position. Watch the difference here. So efficiency sets. I'm going to turn my hips,
Focus.
rotate my shoulders, and get my club to the top of
I
the
thought it was right.
Good.
Sure.
Now look at the difference. Elbows neutral.
That was a little open and contact.
You were looking for that nice release to the target? Okay.
A little bit more here, so you get in the hip. There's an efficient motion. There's a repeatable motion.
So you got your direction for your release there, that middle intermediate point?
Yeah.
Good.
So this is as high as we need to go.
And more importantly, need to. Because then let's get out of control.
Effort.
And I have those, the grip comes off because I've just gone too far. Now,
Try and keep that back
A little too
line
much effort.
straight
I
as
think.
well.
Yeah, it looked like you were trying to get that a little too hard. So again, you're using heft, right? Feel the weight of that instrument do all the work. Gather it and feel that nice heavy swat.
What that probably comes from is the old idea that more is better.
So do you remember us talking about how the weight shifts from the backswing to the forward swing? Do you remember walking and swinging? Okay. So let me see you do a little bit of walking and swinging there. Get your, do those little rows of cutting.
All right, now, you set up here. Go to the twist.
Okay,
The T is on.
Okay.
So we'll keep my I'd love to see the tension of the shoulder. Love my club view, nice setup.
Bigger turns when you do
Notice
that.
this. Let the arms hang.
Bigger backswing. Huge turn. There, now, did you feel how the weight shifted from your right side to the left side in the downswing?
It's more, it's like an effort. I wasn't really thinking about it. It's just,
Yeah.
the weight,
So how does the weight shift from the right back to the left?
foot coming down.
No. It shifts from behind. So when you don't finish your backswing, you end up stuck here. And then you know what I mean? Versus, so when you're walking, the weight actually goes from the inside of the right back to the left from behind you. Not in front, that's it. So you tend to slide back and then you get stuck, and that's another reason why you're coming over the top. So, and you're not able to release the club. So the timing of it is, so when you complete that range of motion, your weight shift is immediate. So the weight shifts from your back foot to the front foot from behind you. Now you're able to use that left leg to move you out of the way, right? So when you're doing that, you remember walking and hitting shots, right? So start here and let's see you walk through this next shot. Big difference, huh? All of a sudden it's flush, and it's easy, and the ball's going a lot straighter. So,
A lot less effort too.
a lot less effort, exactly. So when you get stuck on that right side, you can't get the kinetic chain. So when we talk about that kinetic chain, when you're skipping a stone on water, that's the first thing it goes. If you throw from over here, you're at a serious disadvantage as far as power is concerned. So, boom, now that front leg is kicking in. It goes through the core, through the shoulders, through the elbow, and it's like that finger that's holding the ball gets pulled through by the kinetic chain, as opposed to getting stuck and having to push through. That's where all that effort comes from. Okay? So we really need to engage that kinetic chain of yours with a full cycle of, that full turning cycle. That's what sets you up with that, to get your kinetic chain. Let's see that again. So walk through it. That's all right. The turn was a lot more complete. Super. So now let's see if you can do a stationary walk.
And what you can do there, Cindy, is every few swings, go to the top and just stop there. Stop there. Right, you need that awareness. We'd love to get to where you feel it, but you need to look sometimes.
If you take a pause, is that a bad thing in your stroke? This is kind of interesting. I get going and I have this debate.
Okay. Well, my brain has been talking how to golf. This is golf, but I was a fencer. So what was my tendency with that tennis?
Yeah.
This way out. So I heard two things on a zillion times. Keep your left arm straight.
That was complete. So in that last swing, if you rewind that last swing, you'll notice that your left heel came off the ground in the backswing. And you were able to, that would start, before the backswing actually finished, you were back on that left leg and you were able to engage the chain that time. Did you feel the difference?
Yeah, felt it a lot better, a lot
Perfect.
smoother too and everything.
Perfect. So that's the, your main goal is to be able to engage that. And that really is a telltale sign, because you feel like everything gets thrown out there by itself, and you end up with a snap without even trying, right? So being too careful will get you nowhere, right?
But that little, think about it this way. There's a little quiet back there. Think about how the pendulum swing. There's a little quiet, there's a change.
Good.
Down anyway, right?
Very nice.
Comes from 100% committed to the target.
Oh, your body person.
If, again, when we were talking, nobody slowed down here. That's what we need to really have and let it go. Same with also. This does not help me get.
Good. Notice the rhythm of the swing is getting slower, taking longer to finish, right? Bigger cycle of momentum. Very nice.
Fast is not, because fast is going to result in force. And the issue there probably was thinking is every time we hear it's speed. We really hear is speed. And speed to already is fast. But obviously it's faster and harder than you go. No, you don't. Not as good for you. Because that's what happens. So let's use the mindset here. Okay. Are you real awareness as far as your technical? Small things for both, but all starting with that good balance, address posture.
What was your focus?
I lost focus. The backswing and then
So-
went a
so-
little harder.
So do a a walk through again. Feel like you're walking through the shot, and you're going to be releasing the shot over that green dot right there, right?
Hit the ball.
Yeah.
You really have to, you should want to kind of talk out of it, and get the club back in the pass.
Good. All right. So you felt that nice
Other than the turn.
walk through. So you're walking the shot through that green dot. Let's see again.
Walker hit.
All right, Sandy, so
Walk.
then arms being pushed shoulder sockets at the start. Skip. Simple thought.
Okay. Let's see you do a stationary walk now through the hip.
Away from that. Yeah, for sure. All right, so think about it in terms of that nice little pause. Why am I in a hurry? My object's not moving.
A nice rhythmic stationary walk through the hip. There you go.
So much better.
Easier.
Way easier.
I think that as I start hitting, the more I start hitting, the more effort I start putting into it.
That's right.
And I need that to stay that consistent.
Exactly. So nice for your feel is going to be a rhythmic stationary walk through that intermediate point in the direction you want the ball to start. There's your modus operandi once you've got your target and your intermediate point. Very nice.
It's easier to get. That's
And it looks nice and powerful too. Super nice.
With that one, I think I put a little more effort into it than the previous one.
Right.
But it seems that I keep on going higher and higher.
Well, when you start nutting it one after the other, you realize, okay, I'm going to put more juice into it, and then you realize, oh, shouldn't have done that. Right? So you're looking for rhythmic walk through the shot into your picture. A little more close in the face. So when you make a rhythmic walk through there, it feels like the ball's going to go left.
No.
Close it more then. There we go. Nice rhythmic walk through there. It has to feel like it's going to go left until further notice.
Really close. Just
Yeah.
under 45. Yes.
Good. Do a backswing stop. Give it a step. Whoops. From behind. Yes. Top. Step. that look closed now? Okay.
Flush, yeah.
It was flush. Stationary walk through that intermediate point. So you can't feel stuck on that right foot, right? So it's got to feel like you're naturally falling off the right foot back into the left before your arms actually finish the backswing. So show me a rehearsal swing. Do a little walking. So notice when you walk, you can't get stuck. Because if you get stuck, you can't walk anymore, right? Okay, so it's got to feel like you're in the middle of a walk. A rhythmic, effortless walk. Good. Rhythm, effortless walk to the right of that intermediate point. Do a walk through again. Again. So better. So really feel that when you walk into your left side, when you walk, really pressurize your feet, right? Yeah. So better. Feel like that left foot is really being pressurized when it hits the ground. So let's do this. When you do the walk, it's walk and throw the club to the target. Remember throwing the club? Okay. So let me see a step throw. You're throwing to red square or blue square. You feel the difference? Okay, so
Something in mind.
So it's a stationary walking throw over there. So let's see that. Come to the ball. Nice closed face. Good. Stationary walking throw. So you're walking the throw into it. Did that feel like a throw? That was a shove, right? So you're throwing the club into that red target. How'd that feel?
Much better.
Yeah. So your rehearsals, when you do walking, every time you step into your left side, it's to throw the club over there. Okay, that's going to really engage your left foot to throw it out there. Otherwise, you kind of get stalled on your right side. You see what I'm saying? So let me see. Do one more walk and throw. Let's say do 2 or 3 in a row. Walk throws. That last one was the right timing. Did you feel that? Let's see it again. Pretend you're throwing to way out to red. Throw it out to red. Okay. Do you realize that your first throw is always late on the step? Right? You kind of throw then step. It's always step throw. Okay? So let's see. Right out of the gate, a nice step throw. Late. That's a step throw. Feel the difference? All right. There it is. Step throw. Step throw. Now those were properly timed. Put a ball down.
That's the top, yes? So keep your gait up, shoulder height, good. Arms hanging from the shoulder socket, that nice dress posture. Good, all right, turn the hip. Eyes stay on the head.
Rhythmic step throw over the right edge of that spot.
See where it's going to go.
Wow, what a, there it is.
Yeah.
There's your finished product.
Try again.
Very good. Excellent.
So almost like.
You can get a couple more, but that pretty much seals the deal on today's lesson. So rhythmic step throw to your target. Wow.
Keep that in mind.
Nice. Way to go. How good was that? Love it.
So our first tournament has been canceled.